It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out of my mind. It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. I'm putting you out, trash day, I'm putting you out of my mind. Now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up the house. I'm taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage out. It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day, I'm putting you out of my mind.
Oh, listeners, don't you dare be sour. Clap for your international podcast of your beer-drinking garbage man and feel the power. Can Crushers rock? Can Crushers rock?
Holy crap. What news you brought us? International podcast? Where did you get that stat?
We got 10 listeners in Canada.
Hey, 10 listeners in Canada is better than anything. I'll take it.
So hello to our brothers in the north.
Yes. Eh? Mark Martinet is alongside Paul Bowler's Can Crushers back again. And we got a special guest this week. And this guy has already shown me up as soon as he walks in the door with this epic Andre the Giant title, the Professor. He's going to be the Professor of Belts. That's what he's going to be, the Professor of Belts, because he's going to come back on for another time. Jason Resides. Nice having you, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks.
Hope you like beer. Hope you like talking wrestling, because that's what we do here.
Love beer and wrestling.
Tell us a little bit about yourself besides being the Professor of Belts.
Well, I grew up in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, down around Derry, PA.
So he knows the Rolling Rock.
Yeah. Home of the Rolling Rock.
He does.
Moved up to Ridgeway about 2005. Got a job at MPP Ridgeway and was there for about 10 years and moved here, and I've just been here ever since. Good place to live, good people.
Yeah, especially the Padlanos and the Bullers. And,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
So I met Jason the first time when we went to Raw down in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And he decided to take us, I decided to take us into a Irish pub.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That was not really an Irish pub. It was kind of a gay bar.
Yeah.
So it fit you perfectly.
Hey, it was free chicken wings from midnight till 2 o'clock.
Imagine that. Food's involved.
So we went back after Raw was over.
I met Jason through the Padlanos. John has been telling me all about this guy that knows everything about LJN figures, and John's like, Dom knows him. So I'm like, so I went down and talked to Dom, which, don't forget, Padlanos Place, the official pizza shop of Can Crushers. So Dom's telling me, hey, you know Jason Resides. I'm like, I know of him. Him and Bullers did some stuff together, this, that, and the other. And we just made it happen. And now he's going to be the Professor.
Yeah, I'm all good with that, and I'd like to really welcome you to the show.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming up today, man.
Love talking wrestling.
So before we get into the wrestling talk, you know what we're going to talk about.
Beer!
Let's talk about the beer. Today we got a Mojo IPA from the Boulder Beer Company. Was formed in 1979 from two professors.
Jason!
There's three professors. Two professors from the University of Colorado. They have a lot of beers. They claim that they're the first craft brewery in Colorado.
It's hoppy. I like it. It's bitter. There's maltiness. I'm okay with it. I really like IPAs. Just reading it, I'm going to have to check up more on Boulder. You only got it because it's Mojo.
Well, I know that Mojo's your boy, and we'll get into that on Raw because, woo, look at Mojo.
Look at Mojo. Jay, what do you think of this?
First time I had it, it's pretty good. It's not bad. I like it.
7.2% alcohol, so it's a little bit down from last week's 11.6 or whatever it was from Doc G's.
Well, I had to fast all day to get blood work, and I didn't really drink much water, so I'm probably going to be lit when I walk out of here.
And the poor guy didn't eat either. I was just going to ask you, did you eat since you left work?
I had a Sammy.
Good.
All right, man. So after this commercial, we'll come back and talk about Raw?
Yeah, both of them are rough, but we'll talk a little bit about it.
I'm little teapot, short and stout.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
No, Dad, like this. When I get all steamed up, then I shout, tip me over and pour me out.
This is WWE superstar Roman Reigns. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Can Crushers. Now we got our moments taken care of, and we're going to talk about Raw and SmackDown for a moment because not a lot to talk about, boys. Not a lot going on this week. And I said that last week that it's going to be a rough couple weeks.
It will be a rough couple weeks. It'll start to pick up probably within a week or two.
I say after Extreme Rules. It's one of the throwaway pay-per-views that they have every year. After Extreme Rules, they'll get hyped up again for SummerSlam, Jay.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was pretty lackluster last night and Monday.
I feel bad that, Pittsburgh does get Extreme Rules this year, but it's not going to be great. I don't think it's going to be great.
There's a few matches I'm looking forward to, but I don't think there'll be any major title changes or anything like that.
I agree. So Raw started off with Angle in the ring coming out to make an introduction saying that he's talked to Brock and Paul Heyman and so on and so forth. Brock doesn't want to have a 5-man match to figure out who's the number one contender. Roman and Lashley come down, and now that's a match for Extreme Rules. But, we're way away from Extreme Rules as well. I don't know.
Why are we calling him Brock? He's the maggot. Remember, he's the maggot of the month. And we're almost to July, so we'll have to pick a new maggot. But as of right now, it's still Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he could possibly be back-to-back maggots.
Yeah.
Who
Classic
cares?
burn on that segment, though. Did you hear told Bobby Lashley about he took off for 10 years? That's why he couldn't do it, and then he disparaged him about his MMA career and all that stuff.
No, because I don't listen to Roman. I'm going to be that guy. I didn't even listen to his PSA that was 30 seconds ago.
He stutters more than I do in this podcast, and that's a lot.
Right. It is a lot. Roman's just not... the Can Crushers aren't a fan of Roman. I'll put it that way.
I'm not neither. I'm not a fan of Bobby Lashley. He's like a robot when he talks in the ring. I like him athletically. I think he's a great wrestler. Like, he can really do some great spots, but as far as cutting a promo, he's terrible.
Do you think they brought him in because we all know Brock's leaving? His contract is out. It's going to be a one match and done. SummerSlam maybe, hopefully, to get him out. Do you think he takes over, not as Universal Champion, but the role, as I do quotes, because everybody can see us, as the MMA guy in WWE?
I think to an extent, but not to the extreme that they gave Brock Lesnar. I think they only put the title on him to basically beat CM Punk's record as modern-day heavyweight champion, to be honest with you, 450 days. I think he's undeserving to be champion.
He's part-timer.
Yeah, there's so many guys that are just that deserve that spot that aren't getting it right now.
Kurt Hawkins.
Yep, Kurt Hawkins, a lot of guys. Zack Ryder.
Oh, God.
Woo,
If you say
know
the
it.
next one, I'm going to end this podcast already. So we get past all that, and probably the best thing going on Raw right now is the B Team and the Leaders of the World. There's another interview with them in promo. What'd you guys think of that?
It's the best thing going, but it's not. They're not. It's like 10 seconds. Like they don't. That could be a good part of Raw, and they're giving no credit to the tag team championships on either show, but Raw especially.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was very entertaining, but like he said, it wasn't long enough. They're not putting a spotlight on them guys as long as they should. I think if they do, they could have a great, segment on Monday Night Raw.
I've been a fan of Curtis Axel since he came, the perfect one, or when as soon as he came out back in the day, I loved him. He's got the look, he's just, there's something about him that he reminds me a lot of his dad, and I wish he would get the tag team titles right now with Bo, and then go on and get something else. But
A push.
Yeah.
Give him a push.
He does need a push.
Yes, he does.
So their vignettes, they're awesome, that they can't breathe through smoke and everything. They need the titles. They really do. I'm still not on board with the Leaders of the World.
That was a better, we said it before, it was a better singles match thing than it is. But if they did a whole Woken Alliance, I think would be awesome. Because you now have Jeff Hardy on the other show. You could have a Woken taking over, like a Woken takeover. Taking over to this. See, I told you I stutter a lot. Just call me Reigns.
The Authors of Pain are back, and they fought against the Gibson brothers. Not Robert Gibson of the Rock and Roll Express. These Gibsons look like they were Mexican Gibsons. I don't know. Nothing against that. My last name's Martinez. I can't get in trouble for that.
Hey, you're going to make the international viewers mad. We got Canada. If you keep making fun of Mexico, we're not going to get them.
All right. So the Authors of Pain are back, and they just did a squash match. I really like these guys.
Yeah.
I really want these guys. Old LOD is what they remind me of.
The old LOD, old Demolition, Powers of Pain. They got that feel to them when they come in the ring.
Squash match, but at the end of it, Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews come out. So are we finally going to see them face real opponents?
Is Titus Worldwide a real opponent?
They were they were tag team contenders, just 2 months ago? Of course they're real contenders. Apollo Crews is a hell of an athlete.
Titus O'Neil is not.
What are you talking about, dog? Oh.
Millions of dollars. Millions of him and Darren Young. Moving on, Bliss comes out for a moment of bliss. I love that. I think we should start having a segment called A Moment of Bliss next week.
I don't think we should, but we'll probably do it because it's your podcast and I'm just here for the beer.
Touche. Bliss against Nat. Your thoughts first, Jay.
I thought it was a pretty decent match. I'm glad that Natalya went over. I thought that was great. I feel she's real deserving of a lot more than what she gets. I like her a lot.
This is painting a picture.
He's going to actually agree with you. I'm not a Nat fan.
Yeah, this is painting a picture because you have Ronda and Nat are best friends. They train together, but Nat just beat the women's champion.
Yeah. Naya's
that's a push. That has to be a push.
Naya's already got the match in Pittsburgh.
I get that, but down the road, Nat's going to be in people's ear about beating Alexa tonight, or on Monday night, not tonight.
One of the nights?
This beer's really good.
It really is.
Oh, shit.
Oh, awesome. As long as it doesn't hit the computer, I can wipe off the belt. So the next match is the Riot Squad right around the corner. The Riot Squad against Bayley, Sasha, and Ember Moon. And this was my favorite part of Monday night.
You've been waiting for this forever.
I have. I really have. I was okay with Sasha turning, but Bayley to make the turn?
That's huge. Nobody thought that Bayley was going to be the turn heel because she's the hugger. Everybody loves her.
Right. I love her.
She was vicious.
And she was brutal.
Yeah, I like that. She showed a side of her I really never seen, and that was awesome.
Next week she's got to go to counseling, though.
I did not care for that. I thought she had him right there. After she beat her up and she gave her the beatdown like she did, I thought they had the fans right there. They don't have to go any further with this.
Yeah,
I think the counseling is going to be funny.
Oh, it's definitely a comic skit.
Yeah, but I think that you're going to see more of Angry Bayley.
You're going to see like Harvey Wimpleman or somebody like that. Not him, so to speak, but a little pencil neck geek guy that is going to be the counselor next week, and Bayley's going to snap on him like she did during the Snickers commercial.
Badly.
Yes.
No, I was calling her Badly, not Bayley. Badly.
That just ruined that good segment.
Oh, well, we'll go to the next one. Hey, drink up. No Way Jose versus Mojo. How's that Mojo taste?
Mojo didn't actually have a match.
Well, I mean...
He was yelling at Cheeseburger Dan.
Cheeseburger Todd.
Whatever.
Come on, man.
My notes say went to the bathroom during this.
Well, you missed one of the better parts of the night.
I can't stand either one of them. The best thing about Mojo is this beer. Thoughts?
I didn't care for Mojo Rawley when he was a hype brother or anything like that, but I think since he's a little bit more serious, I can take him a little bit more serious.
I'm a little hurt by that, but I'm okay with it. I do like his new attitude. It's much needed. I'm hoping that when Ryder comes back, they're going to rekindle that feud. And I think it'll be better now that Mojo's focused.
He did say he's going to remain focused. What do you think of No Way Jose?
I really don't have an opinion on him either way because I don't think he really matters.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think he's fun to watch come in the ring, and I think he's got excellent skills in the ring, but there's something about him, he doesn't have that it factor to me.
Next week's show, Mark Martinez, Jason Reside. Special guest, Not Paul Bullers, because No Way Jose is not going to be around. He's Adam Rose all over again, and I'd rather talk about Big Cass.
We're done talking. You're fired. No more Big Cass. That's enough mentioning him.
Next up was Braun and KO against Corbin and Finn. By the way, this was a matter of just throw teams together that you knew were going to break up. Jason's going to start first. Settle down.
God, I hate the Constable Baron Corbin thing. I think it's terrible. He comes out to End of Days music, but yet it doesn't even fit each other. He's wearing an outfit that doesn't even remind me of a constable. It reminds me of a lawyer or something like that.
Or a manager at TGIF Fridays.
Yeah. Right? That was a sweet vest, though. I would strut around Ridgeway in that.
Yeah, I definitely strut around, but I don't know about it in a wrestling ring.
Wonder if we can get it in safety green so that you wear it on the back of the truck.
Oh my god, that would be awesome. Awesome. So, the match itself...
It was pretty flat.
Yeah.
Nothing too memorable in this match at all.
It sets up Corbin and Finn. But what's going on with Braun and KO?
I thought they were going to be a little bit of friends.
I think that's how Braun shows his friendship.
His affection.
You know, I'm the spoiler reader. And there was a commercial
No,
on
we're
Pittsburgh.
Done.
I know what's going to happen. All right, you both drank. I'll shut up. Next up is the rematch, Rollins against Ziggler. It was a great match.
Very good match.
Until McIntyre involved himself.
Agreed.
See, I still liked it when McIntyre involved himself because we're still going on the Shawn Michaels Diesel kick. But the worst part of the match was when Reigns came out and saved the day. Here we go again with the Shield.
Yeah.
Hopefully this time Dean Ambrose comes back and breaks this whole Shield thing up for good. Let's see Dean Ambrose turn heel, done with the Shield.
I like Dolph Ziggler a lot. I wish there's one thing I hate about Dolph Ziggler is his music.
The lack of?
Yeah, it's terrible. The music he comes down to the ring to, to me, is just so cheesy. But he also I think the problem with Dolph Ziggler is he is like two wrestlers rolling a run. He's like something you've seen before. He kind of reminds me of Shawn Michaels and Mr. Perfect mixed together.
Yes!
It's like something that you've actually seen before in the ring, and I think that really hampers him. Like, far as him getting over the way he should get over. Because, to me, he's a great heel. He's awesome in the ring. He's unbelievable, I mean, as far as it goes with that. My skills aren't really up to par with some guys, but I think he could do more if he changed just a little bit of his gimmick up.
He was not a bad cheerleader.
No, he's pretty good in the Spirit Squad.
So, Raw overall, if you missed it, listening to us pretty much caught you up because wasn't nothing big this week. Nothing big on Raw. And as we flip the sheet over, that's the best thing we did about SmackDown.
SmackDown. Well, I didn't even watch SmackDown. I'm going to go with what I read. It was a busy night. Tuesday, and I had better things to do than watch nothing.
It was... Live shows are better.
I agree.
Live shows that you would go to for us, Erie or, Altoona or something, are better. It started off with the Bludgeon Brothers on Miz TV. They didn't say two words. They really didn't. I don't understand it. Miz is great. Yeah. Miz should have carried this show somehow because AJ and Carmella are in Australia doing promos. That's your two good talkers on that show. Gone. And then, let New Day do more. It was just a garbage show. It sets up for Daniel Bryan against Luke Harper later on, and whatever. The best part was New Day in the back making pancake milkshakes.
That was the best part.
See? And that's it. It really was. It sets up for Xavier Woods against Rusev. Everybody knew it was going to happen. Big E last week took Rusev and... No, Rusev came out late. That's right. Never mind. Big E was great last week, so they had to give somebody else a spot this week, and Xavier just... It's a par match.
Xavier against Rusev is visually one-sided. That's a lot of Rusev. Even though, now you got me all flustered. Even though Xavier Woods is a good wrestler, he's not that good.
He's not the wrestler.
Not the wrestler.
But he's not a bad wrestler.
Sigh.
The Open Challenge is up next. Do you both know why Shinsuke is hurt?
He got bit by a dog, I believe.
Yeah,
Police dog.
in a promo event. That's why he's hurt. And that would have been a match I wanted to see. Again. Because it was a good first match. So Hardy has an Open Challenge. Insanity comes out. And Eric Young gets to battle him. Don't go any farther. Let's talk about that match first, Jay. What do you think about Eric Young?
I like Eric Young a lot. I like Insanity a lot, too. I like Kieran Dean, is that his name?
Yeah.
I like him a lot. And I liked Alexander Wolf. He's not bad. I thought the match was pretty good.
They had a lot of matches back in TNA together.
Yeah, so I figured they were real fresh with each other in the ring, so they knew what was going on. I thought it was pretty entertaining. It could have been better. I mean, the whole show this week could have been a lot better, but I thought it wasn't bad for one of the matches on SmackDown.
But it was long before the Usos intervened.
Right.
And then now the Usos intervene, and it just breaks up, and, okay, we're going to commercial. And we come back from commercial now, all of a sudden Paige makes a 6-man match. And that's another 20 minutes. That whole story was literally half the show. And neither any of them, in my book right now, deserve half the show.
I agree with you on that.
I mean, Hardy, I almost want the U.S. title off of Hardy right now. Ship him over to Raw. That'd be alright with that. But I was hoping Eric Young would win. I really was.
Yeah, that would have been definitely different.
Next match comes up, Becky Lynch against Sonya Deville. Filler.
Yeah, that was a bathroom break for me. I didn't even watch that one.
Your girl Becky got the win, though.
She did. She's racking up victories, and you see that she's going to get a title shot sometime. I don't know. I almost think Becky needs a heel turn as well. I do.
Speaking of championship, your boy Ellsworth was back.
Yep.
And he was saying how great Carmella was. And out comes Paige again.
It sets up for Paige. I wish Paige was wrestling still. It sets up for an Ellsworth against Asuka match next week. Crickets.
Can't wait to see.
Crickets. I'm getting a cricket sound and putting it in by the time this is done. Oh, wonderful. And that brings us to the main event then. Daniel Bryan against Luke Harper. Like I said, I was already in bed. I have given up on SmackDown. Kelly was still watching it. God love her. And then at 9:57, I sit up like The Undertaker because I hear Kane's music. Kane returns.
Team Hell No is back together.
For now. This is Kane's last ride.
It is. So we have some time real quick. Where do you think this is going?
I really think it's for ratings. I think they wanted Team Hell No back together just so the old people that they lost will tune in, because Daniel Bryan and Kane as tag team champions was one of the better.
They win then? They get the titles?
I don't know if they win. Do you give Daniel Bryan a title right now?
No.
No.
End of segment. We're coming back. We're going to come back with comebacks when we come back.
If you should come back one more time.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
Feed me more. We're talking about comebacks right now.
Wow, is that one?
No, I don't want to see Ryback come back. But my comeback is going to probably surprise you. I got some bad news for you.
I would love that. I'm already on board.
I'd like to see Wade Barrett come back. I don't think I'd give him the bad news persona again. I'd give him something else, not something that is going to be a fan favorite. Make him a heel. Keep him heel.
I loved him in Nexus. I loved him in Nexus.
I think the biggest problem with his career was whenever John Cena refused to go over to him. If John Cena would have put him over, I think would have put his career on a different level, to be honest with you. I think it just squashed him right then and there.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Wade Barrett. All right, you go next, Jay.
I would like to see the guy that just got beat up a few weeks ago in the Octagon come back, honestly. CM Punk.
Damn it!
Absolutely love his work. I love his mic work. Kind of reminds me of Macho Man Randy Savage and a few other guys. I mean, he has different elements of different guys when you watch him wrestle. The promo he cut on John Cena was absolutely epic.
Yes.
It was great. It was one of the best things I've seen in the last 10 years as far as wrestling goes, because you just don't hear that anymore. It's so far from the Attitude Era. It was shocking almost.
I'm sitting back, putting my feet up on this. Jason can take mine, because CM Punk was going to be mine too. And he carries everything along with it.
He has that it factor.
He does. And now he's known by more now. I think in time it'll happen. I really do. Hogan's been brought back millions of times, and this isn't my pick, but Hogan will be back again before too long. He will be.
He was such an instrumental part of making wrestling mainstream. You'd be crazy not to bring him back. If he could keep his mouth shut
and his
pants on amongst topics, then he'd be okay.
My second pick, good thing I came with 3. I want to see Cody Rhodes come back with his gimmick now. Yes, he's in ROH, but bring that back. A lot of people still don't get ROH. I watch it twice a month, depending on what's going on Sundays, because it's on right randomly in the afternoon. Not going to happen. This guy doesn't watch it, as I point to Paul. I don't know how much you watch it. Cody's American Nightmare is amazing right now.
It's really good.
He needs to come back.
I do watch Ring of Honor, but it's like you said.
Right.
Because it's on at a weird time on a Sunday morning, afternoonish. It's when I have time, I'll turn it on. I'm a wrestling fan. I don't care what wrestling it is.
Throwing you under buses.
Oh, that's great.
All right, your second one.
My second one. This is from my boy Jay Swerve. Definitely gonna pick Rey Mysterio. I'd like to see Rey Mysterio come back.
It's already out that he's coming back. He's the downloadable character in 2K19.
Yeah, but I'd like to see it for more than just a Hall of Fame, because he's going to get into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's why he's coming back. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
But I'd like to see him actually have a good run.
I can't wait till we get to that show. That's one that's going to be a roundtable before next WrestleMania. Hall of Fame people that we think is going to go in before they start announcing them.
I'd like to see like a new version of the LWO and have Rey Mysterio, Andre Almas, and like bring back Alberto Del Rio and have them 3 guys as Latino World Order.
Del Rio just said he's retiring next year. Did you read that? Do you read spoilers? I read them, but I try not to talk about them.
I do. I read the spoilers, but I didn't see that one.
Yeah, he said he's going to retire next year, and you can't put him on. You can't put him on SmackDown right now.
Oh, you could. That'd be great TV.
Him, Xavier, and Paige.
I mean,
good thing we're over 21.
Yeah,
it'd make it even better Pornhub channel.
Okay, Ethan, that was a different idea that Paul was talking about.
3-way dance.
Right. That's exactly what he was talking about. I'm actually going to switch it up. I want to see Summer Rain come back.
Ooh, going with a female.
I am. I think her injuries cost her, and I think she would fit in perfectly right now with the Iconics.
Her athleticism,
right,
against Charlotte Flair would be a good match.
It would be. She can speak better than any one of us after this beer,
especially after we see Summer Rain. We're like
right. I think she would fit in perfectly right now. I really do with the Iconics. So that's it.
There's our comebacks.
So I thought you were coming with John Morrison, you told me.
I thought about it. I'd like to see John Morrison come back, but he's doing well. Why would he come back?
I don't think he'll come back because of the rocky relationship. I don't know if he's still dating Melina or not, but they had such a tumultuous relationship when he left. That's why he never come back to WWE. They fired her.
Yeah. Speaking of which, then, if CM Punk comes back, Would love to see AJ Lee.
Yep.
She's crazier than batshit, though.
And she's beautiful, too.
Yes. That's actually Ethan's probably favorite chick. He, followed her on everything.
You better be careful. Britt hears that. She gonna be mad.
Oh, Britt. All right, before Britt. Before Britt. All right, we're going to set it out real quick. We're going to come back with Paul's favorite segment of the week.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off for school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Garbage, 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 garbage.
Professor, you know there's no official training for a garbage man. They just pick things up as they go along.
Yes, sir.
Garbage tip of the week, Mark. This is my favorite segment.
Oh, my God. That was worse than a bad dad joke.
There's nothing worse than it. There's nothing better than a bad dad joke.
Well, a garbage joke.
Oh, can it? So, garbage tip of the week. Let's go with... Most towns and cities have their own compost area. Garbage men do not like to pick up your dirt.
Especially when the compost is open April till November.
There's some towns that don't close it.
Right.
So your potting soils, your plants, your grass clippings,
branches that fall off of the tree.
All of that stuff, that can go to the compost area, and it's safer for your garbage men. There's nothing worse than grabbing hold of a bag
that weighs 75 pounds.
Or filled with thorny bushes.
Yeah.
And gloves don't protect everything.
Gloves don't protect everything.
Oh, wow.
Right?
That's pretty much my garbage tip of the week. If you have a compost area in your city, use it. If you live by the woods, go throw it in the weeds.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt your woods.
No.
Matter of fact, some animals like to live in it.
And eat it.
If you have a garden, you can use your grass clippings in your garden.
Listen to this guy, the professor chipping in with garbage tips.
The compost professor.
Nice. Hey, what a great show. This half an hour flew by. It really did. We talked way too much about Raw and SmackDown. We need just like a round table next week. Throw stuff against the wall. Briefly touch. I want to give 5 minutes on both shows next week. You both in?
I'm down with that. You coming back to us, Professor?
Sure, I'll come back. Had a good time.
Sweet.
Nice.
Remember to check us out on Facebook,
Instagram,
Twitter.
Our email is cancrushers69@gmail.com.
And you can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Alexa, anywhere pretty much you can find a podcast. We hashtag everything.
We do.
We're getting better at that.
Twitter's still lacking, but maybe we're going to give Jason that to take care of.
Oh, we need somebody to tweet our twits.
We do. Hey, remember.
Just because you are trash, it doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called a garbage can, not a garbage can not.